Have you ever wondered how pyramids, those timeless monuments of mystery and power, can be found far beyond the deserts of Egypt? What secrets do they hold in places as diverse as the jungles of Central America, the deserts of Sudan, or the depths of the Mediterranean? Today, you will journey to 15 incredible pyramids scattered across the globe. Pyramids that history forgot or the world barely knows. Imagine standing next to a hidden pyramid older than memory in the Peruvian Andes, where ancient engineers laid stones without mortar in a desert cradle of civilization, or diving beneath the ocean waves around Japan's Yonaguni Island to explore a sunken structure whose sharp edges spark debate between nature and ancient artistry. Picture climbing the steep terraced stairways of Chichen Itza's feathered serpent temple, where shadow and light create the illusion of a living creature each equinox. These monuments tell stories of empires that rose and fell, cultures that thrived in isolation or through exchange, and beliefs that connected earth to sky. How did pyramids appear in the Canary Islands, built seemingly by farmers yet aligned perfectly with the sun's path? What mysteries lie buried beneath Carthage's ruins, the sunken streets of Egyptian Heracleion, or the mighty royal tombs of Nubia's black pharaohs? Each stone carries questions about purpose, power, faith, and the human will to reach beyond the ordinary. This expedition will reveal not just structures, but chapters of human endeavor, connecting distant peoples through the language of geometry, devotion, and innovation. As the pyramids rise before you, you will come to see that history does not whisper, it waits. And what it waits to say will transform the way you see the ancient world and our place within it. Step into the story. The pyramids beyond Egypt are calling. The dust still clings to your boots as you step onto the sun-baked earth of the Supe Valley in the arid coastal region of Peru. Before you stretches Caral, a city older than most ancient civilizations known to history, whispering through its weathered stone secrets that challenge the very timeline of human achievement. This is the hidden pyramid of Caral, a monumental structure that does not just tower above the landscape, but rises silently through time, inviting you to listen and to learn. Caral's Great Pyramids emerged more than 5,000 years ago, built between 3,000 and 1,800 years before the Common Era. These stone giants stand as a testament to a civilization that flourished long before the Inca, long before the Mayans, and at the very dawn of urban life in the Americas. The dusty air carries the solemn scent of ancient earth and dry grass, while sunlight slips between the fractured stones, casting long shadows that seem to reach across millennia. The largest of these pyramids, the Greater Pyramid, dominates the site. Its base alone stretches almost 500 feet by 490 feet, and it rises nearly 60 feet toward the sky. Its core was built using a remarkable technique. Laborers transported stones in woven reed bags called shikras, layering them with care to build a structure not only grand but surprisingly resilient. The result is an engineering marvel, designed to endure the earthquakes that frequently shake the Pacific Rim. As you draw closer, you notice the thoughtful complexity embedded in its design. The pyramid is part of a larger ceremonial center that includes 6 pyramids in total, sunken circular plazas, and residential quarters nestled like whispers around the grand monuments. The plazas are particularly striking. A pair of circular pits, nearly 60 feet across, whose exact purpose still invites mystery. Some believe they were places of ritual, a sacred geometry that aligned with celestial bodies and the cycles of nature. Others suggest they held communal gatherings, bonding Carol's people in a shared spiritual harmony. Walking through this ancient city, you imagine the people who lived here, farmers harvesting cotton and beans, fishermen trading dried anchovies, artisans crafting stone tools and weaving textiles. In this place, discovery is layered like the stones beneath your feet. A quipu, that intricate system of knotted cords used by Andean cultures for record-keeping, lies among the artifacts, suggesting Caral society was more complex and organized than previously assumed. The city's layout reveals even more. The Great Pyramid's broad stairway, 9 meters wide, ascends to the summit, perhaps a stage for gatherings or the home of ceremonies that celebrated the cosmos. Around you, the air hums with a quiet reverence, as if each stone carries the vibration of ancient chants and prayers, for fertility, for the life-giving river, for the sea's bounty. Still, many questions linger in the dry wind. How did this civilization thrive in the harsh desert without the weapons or monumental tombs that mark other ancient cultures? Archaeologists suggest that Caral's people managed conflict carefully, favoring cooperation over conquest, building a society based on shared purpose and innovation. The pyramids here do not just tell a story of power, but one of balance between people, nature, and the intangible world. As dusk falls, the light softens, and the pyramids take on a golden hue. You feel the pulse of history beneath the stones. This is but one chapter in the endless story of human endeavor, a mystery woven from earth, stone, and spirit. And just beyond the horizon lies the next enigma, waiting patiently. The Andes still guard their secrets, and your journey is only beginning. The relentless sun scorches the sand as you approach the small plateau beside the Nile River in northern Sudan. Here lies the forgotten giant of the ancient world, a step pyramid unlike any familiar story from Egypt's famed deserts. This is the pyramid at Nuri, Saqqara's distant cousin, a monument built for kings who ruled an empire that stretched beyond borders and time. The stones beneath your fingertips are cracked and sunbaked, but they speak of a power as enduring as the river's flow itself. Unlike the vast smooth-sided pyramids of Egypt, this pyramid rises steep and narrow, nearly 50 meters tall, its base just over 50 meters square. It was constructed during the 7th century before the Common Era and served as the final resting place for King Taharqa, a remarkable ruler of the Kingdom of Kush, known as the Black Pharaoh. Taharqa's reign stretched across both Nubia and Egypt, and his legacy is etched deeply into these stones and into the faint echoes of history. Walking closer, you sense the pyramid's unique silhouette, sharp and commanding, poised on the western bank of the Nile. The position is unusual. The West Bank traditionally represented death, yet here at Nuri, the geography bends, and the pyramid faces the east, symbolizing rebirth. At sunrise during the ancient Egyptian New Year, the sun aligns perfectly with the pyramid's peak, a cosmic gesture that marked the life-giving annual flooding of the river. Beneath the pyramid, carved directly into the sandstone bedrock, lie burial chambers sealed against time. Recent excavations have revealed these chambers submerged in rising groundwater, reached only by divers with air hoses. Inside, archaeologists have glimpsed stone coffins that may have held the remains of Pharaoh Taharqa himself, untouched for over 2,000 years. These chambers connect you directly with the rituals and reverence of a people who bridged the worlds of mortals and gods. The pyramid is part of a vast necropolis, one of several royal burial sites of the Kushite kingdom. At its height, more than 70 pyramids dotted the landscape here around Nuri, belonging to kings, queens, and nobles interred in a tradition both familiar and distinct from Egypt's. Nubian pyramids feature steep angles, narrower bases, and a style that reflects both adaptation and cultural pride among the Kushite kings who saw themselves as rightful heirs to the pharaohs. As the wind kicks up dust, you imagine the life around this royal city of Napata, the vibrant political and religious center of the Kingdom of Kush. This was a place of great wealth and artistic expression, where stone inscriptions and reliefs celebrate the divine authority of rulers who defended and expanded their lands. The pyramids are silent witnesses to centuries of ambition and belief, the grandeur of a forgotten empire that rivaled Egypt's power. Yet, as you stand here, you realize how much remains a mystery. Why did the Nubians return to pyramid building after Egypt had abandoned the form? What stories remain hidden beneath the sands and in the submerged tombs? The local guides whisper tales of ghostly kings and sacred rites that archaeologists can only begin to understand. The heat of the day fades as the sun lowers, casting elongated shadows across Nuri's desert plain. The pyramid stones glow warm and golden, and the Nile whispers nearby, a timeless witness to the passage of empires. You feel the weight of history, yet also a stirring curiosity. This pyramid, so distant and different from its Egyptian kin, opens a window onto a world both connected and unknown. And as you prepare to leave the plateau, the desert winds carrying the scent of myrrh and ancient incense. Your thoughts turn to the next leg of your journey. Beyond Nuri, deeper into Sudan's Nubian heartland, more pyramids rise silently in the distance, each holding their own secrets, waiting for an explorer to bring them back from the shadows. Mist rises from the green heart of Java as you step onto the ancient stone terraces of Borobudur, the world's greatest Buddhist pyramid. Here, high above the Kedu Plain, a monument like no other awaits, silent, massive, layered in secrets centuries old. The soft air carries the scent of volcanic earth and wet flowers, and the distant calls of jungle birds echo between the stones. At first glance, Borobudur does not look like a traditional pyramid. Instead, it rises in a series of 9 stacked platforms, 6 square and 3 circular, forming a stepped design that spirals upward toward the open sky. Built in the 9th century during the reign of the Salandra dynasty, this pyramid spans over 120 meters on each side and is constructed from more than 2 million volcanic stone blocks, fitted together without mortar. Its form represents a mandala, a cosmic diagram fusing the earthly realm at the bottom with the perfection of enlightenment at the apex. You walk the pilgrim's path, tracing a journey etched in stone. Over 2,500 carved panels line the lower walls, depicting scenes of everyday Javanese life, legends of kings and queens, and stories from Buddhist scripture. As you ascend, the carvings become more abstract, reflecting the gradual path from the world of desire and suffering to the realm of formlessness. At each step, rising mist softens the sunlight, cloaking the stones with a gentle aura. The uppermost circular terraces are ringed by 72 perforated stupas, each sheltering a Buddha statue seated in silent meditation. It is said that touching the hand of a hidden Buddha brings good fortune, and visitors have sought these blessings for over 1,000 years. Look closely and you will find more than 500 statues, faces serene, gazes fixed beyond the horizon toward the sacred mountain of Merapi. Here, stone and sky meet in a landscape shaped by both the fires of earth and the fires of devotion. Scholars still debate Borobudur's true purpose. Was it a place of pilgrimage, a teaching tool for initiates, or an architectural evocation of Buddhist cosmology itself? Its very survival is miraculous. Abandoned and reclaimed by jungle for centuries, shaken by volcanic eruptions and earthquakes, yet protected by layers of ash that preserved its secrets until rediscovery in the 19th century. Thousands of visitors now walk the stones, yet Borobudur remains a place of profound silence, drawing hearts upward toward the mysteries of compassion, impermanence, and wisdom. As the sun climbs, the mist disperses and shadows yield to brilliant light, revealing intricate carvings and bold outlines against the blue sky. Standing at the summit, the world falls away in every direction, replaced by a circle of icons and a ring of distant volcanoes. The journey up Borobudur is a journey through worlds, a map written in lava stone and faith. Its story continues to inspire, inviting every explorer to contemplate both the beauty and the mystery of humanity's reach for enlightenment. And just beyond these terraces, new questions beckon. How did its builders master such engineering without steel or written plans? What ancient wisdom is held in the silent Buddha's smile? Every answer at Borobudur opens a new path in the grand story of pyramids, and the grander story of civilizations that dared to shape the earth into the image of their highest hopes. Your journey continues, every step a meditation, every stone a testament, toward the next ancient marvel waiting in distant lands. The ground beneath your feet is warm, almost humming with ancient energy as you arrive at Teotihuacan, a city once called the City of the Gods. Rising before you stands the Great Pyramid of the Sun, its massive form dominating the horizon. Built almost 2,000 years ago, this pyramid is an architectural marvel, its square base sprawling over 700 feet on each side, while its height reaches nearly 230 feet. This imposing structure not only marks the heart of Teotihuacan, but pulses with mysteries that have confounded historians for centuries. As you climb the broad, steep steps, each worn smooth by countless hands, you feel the weight of time pressing down. The pyramid's core is composed of over 1 million cubic yards of adobe bricks, cemented with volcanic rock known as tezontle, a material native to this fiery landscape. Originally, its exterior gleamed with stucco and vibrant murals, colors faded now but still faintly whispering stories of gods, cosmos, and power rituals. Teotihuacan itself was a metropolis, home to between 70 to 5,000 and 125,000 inhabitants at its zenith, spreading across almost 8 square miles. The city's layout is striking, with streets aligned along a precise grid and oriented to celestial phenomena. The Avenue of the Dead, a broad sweeping thoroughfare, runs directly beside the Pyramid of the Sun, connecting it to other monumental complexes like the Pyramid of the Moon and the Ciudadela. The Pyramid of the Sun is thought to have been constructed around 200 AD, though its foundations and first phase of building date back even earlier, possibly to 100 BCE. It took over a century to complete, a slow rise toward the sky that may have symbolized the sun itself, reaching into the heavens. At the summit once stood a great temple, dedicated presumably to a sun deity, though no definitive evidence remains of the exact nature of worship practiced here. Walking along the avenue, you see the remnants of smaller pyramids, platforms, and plazas that reflect a city alive with ceremony, commerce, and divine order. The pyramid's alignment hints at a connection to the sun's trajectory and important calendrical cycles, suggesting the builders had an intricate understanding of astronomy. This cosmic relationship hints at a civilization where earthly power was inseparable from celestial forces. Despite extensive study, the true purpose of the pyramid remains elusive. Some scholars believe it was a site for human sacrifice and sacred rituals to honor the gods and secure cosmic balance. Others propose it functioned as a symbol of state power, a monumental statement of Teotihuacan's dominance, visible for miles across the valley. The scale of the structure speaks to a society capable of organizing massive labor forces and sophisticated urban planning. The massive stone staircases invite you to ascend slowly, the view from the top opening to a vast expanse of ancient city ruins, echoes of a bustling civilization long silent. Below, the sun-dappled courtyards and mysterious murals continue to fascinate archaeologists and visitors alike. The artistry found here blends mythology and history, light and shadow, in a story never fully told. As the sun begins to set, warm light washes across the pyramid's weathered stones, and the sky shifts through shades of gold and crimson. The City of the Gods, so named by the Aztecs who came centuries later, holds tight to its secrets. Its pyramid towers not just over a ruined city, but over the vast enigma of human ambition, celestial wonder, and the enduring urge to reach for the divine. Beyond this monumental peak, the path leads toward other mysteries, temples, tunnels, and pyramids disappeared under layers of forgotten time. Your journey continues through a landscape where every shadow hints at a story, and every stone vibrates with the silent pulse of the sun. The damp jungle air clings to your skin as you emerge into a clearing, revealing the terraced pyramid of Chichen Itza, standing proudly beneath the dense canopy. This is the Temple of Kukulkan, or El Castillo, a masterpiece rising about 30 meters tall. Its 4 grand staircases, each bearing 91 steps. Add these steps together, then count the platform at the summit, and you find yourself holding the number of days in the solar year, 365. This pyramid is not just stone and mortar, it is a calendar carved into the very fabric of the jungle. The pyramid dates from roughly between 800 and 1200 AD, during the twilight of the ancient Maya civilization. Its architecture blends design elements of the Maya with those of distant Toltec invaders from central Mexico, who arrived to add a new layer of culture and conquest. This fusion is visible everywhere, from the carved feathered serpent heads that guard the base of the staircases to the mythical warriors sculpted in nearby temples. As you step carefully up the worn stone stairs, the story of Kukulkan, the feathered serpent god, unfolds through the interplay of light and shadow. At the equinox, the fading rays of the sun cast a shadow along the northern staircase, resembling a giant serpent slithering downward toward the earth. The crowds of modern observers gather from all corners to witness this spectacle, but long before cameras and tours, the Maya watched this sacred dance unfold, a celestial signal to their gods and seasons. Beneath the layers of the pyramid archaeologists had discovered earlier constructions, revealing a building process spanning centuries. 2 pyramids lie nested inside, the oldest dating back as far as 550 AD, while the most recent additions align with the explosive cultural shifts during this era. Inside one chamber, a jade-studded jaguar throne was found alongside human remains, speaking to ancient rituals of power and sacrifice. The pyramid is surrounded by other monumental structures. The Temple of the Warriors, with its rows of carved columns depicting fierce warriors, speaks of military might and protection. This area reminds you that Chichen Itza was not just a religious center, but a thriving urban hub where politics and religion intertwined seamlessly. The interplay between natural and supernatural pulses through this site. El Caracol, a circular observatory nearby, offers clues to the remarkable astronomical knowledge of the Maya. This entire city is aligned with the movements of Venus, the Sun, and stars, demonstrating a society deeply attuned to the cosmos. Walking through Chichen Itza, the jungle sounds, a distant bird call, the rustling canopy, blend with shadows cast by towering stone monuments. This place holds secrets written in stone and spirit, where every corner hints at rituals both terrifying and awe-inspiring. Who were these people who built such wonders in the thick green heart of the Yucatan? And what messages did they intend for their deities? The thickened air carries faint echoes of drums and chants, the footprints of ancient priests guiding sacred ceremonies. The pyramid steps rise not only to the temple above, but toward the heavens, a bridge between earth and sky. You sense that this is just one chapter of a story woven deep into the cultural mosaic of Mesoamerica. As the sun begins its descent, casting long golden shadows over the stone terraces, you feel the pulse of history beneath your feet. Chichen Itza and its terraced pyramids stand as a testament to human curiosity, devotion, and the eternal quest to understand the cosmos. Your journey leads onward through the jungle, towards the next enigma awaiting silently beneath its green veil. Beneath the restless waves off the southern tip of Yonaguni Island in Japan, a submerged world awaits discovery. At a depth of about 25 meters, a gigantic stone structure rises from the ocean floor, sharp-edged and terraced, like a pyramid lost beneath time and tide. The cold water brushes against your skin as you descend, every breath echoing in your mask, your eyes struggling to make sense of this underwater enigma, the Yonaguni Monument. Discovered in 1986 by local diver Kiichiro Aratake, this immense formation stretches nearly 90 meters in length and more than 20 meters wide. Its layered terraces, steep steps, and sharp 90-degree angles evoke images of an ancient, submerged temple rather than a natural rock formation. The monument's top terrace lies only about 5 meters below the surface, inviting divers into what some call Japan's Atlantis. This closeness to the surface means it captures light in haunting ways, casting long shadows that dance with the pulses of the ocean. As you glide through the clear waters, the contours of the monument reveal flat platforms, curious holes that some suggest might have served as doorways or windows, and broad staircases seemingly carved with deliberate precision. Theories swirl around this site like the ocean currents themselves. Some suggest the monument is a natural formation, sculpted by millions of years of erosion and seismic activity in this earthquake-prone region. Others are convinced it is the relic of a forgotten civilization. possibly the ancient Jomon people who dwelled in Japan over 10,000 years ago, and that this pyramid-like structure was a monumental center, now swallowed by the sea. The rocks themselves are sedimentary sandstone and mudstone, laid down some 20 million years ago, yet the suggestion of human craftsmanship lies in the monument's geometric features, the straight edges, the terraces that cascade like steps into the water, and the towering ridges oriented in ways that some claim hint at intentional design. The site's resemblance to ancient architecture cannot be ignored. The nearby island of Okinawa's historical Shuri Castle, for instance, with its stepped terraces and rectangular layout, offers a faint echo across centuries and styles. Diving here invites a humbling encounter with a puzzle that balances delicately between natural wonder and human history. The stark silence underwater contrasts with the storm of debate among scholars, archaeologists, and enthusiasts. Could these massive carved monoliths be remnants of a lost city, a civilization erased by rising seas? Perhaps Yonaguni was a thriving metropolis before the last ice age, submerged as glaciers melted and oceans rose. Or maybe it is a geological symphony, nature's own sculpture that tricks our minds into seeing what we wish to find. The currents tug gently as you explore narrow passages and large flat surfaces, empty now but still vibrant in suggestion. The scale and precision of the monument are breathtaking, inspiring awe and curiosity. Some divers report feeling a strange energy here, a connection to the deep past that lingers in the salt water and stone. Nearby formations hint at a larger, more complex underwater landscape waiting to be fully understood. Emerging back into the sunlit world, the monument disappears beneath the waves once more, guarding its secrets fiercely. Is the Yonaguni monument a gateway to an ancient epic lost beneath the sea, or simply a wonder of natural forces? The choice to believe lies submerged with it, waiting to be discovered by those daring enough to dive beneath the surface, to seek out history in the dim underwater light, where the past meets the present in silent, watery embrace. And beyond these sunken terraces, the ocean still holds countless enigmas. Your expedition is far from over. Deeper mysteries call you onward, where water meets stone and legends refuse to fade. Beneath the bustling streets of Rome, standing quietly near the ancient Porta San Paolo, a striking monument reaches skyward, the Pyramid of Cestius. Unlike the grand temples or iconic arches of the Eternal City, this pyramid is a curious blend of Roman ambition and Egyptian fascination. As you approach its gleaming white marble facades, the coolness of stone contrasts with the warm Roman sunlight, and you feel the pulse of history wrapped in an architectural surprise. Built between 18 and 12 years before the Common Era, this pyramid was the tomb of Gaius Cestius, a wealthy magistrate and a member of the Septem Viri Epilonem, a religious group responsible for organizing important public feasts. His final resting place stands roughly 37 meters tall and has a square base measuring just under 30 meters each side. Brick-faced concrete forms its core, cladded with slabs of pristine white marble, shining bright against the surrounding cityscape. The pyramid's form and style reflect the sweeping fascination with Egypt that engulfed Rome, following its conquest of the Nile Kingdom in 31 BCE. Egyptian motifs were the height of fashion in the capital, a fusion of admiration, political power, and exotic mystique. Yet, while the Pyramid of Cestius echoes the sharp angles and proportions of its desert cousins, It is unmistakably Roman in its design and purpose. You step closer to examine the wear on the facade, tracing your fingers over the faded inscriptions carved into the marble. They tell a tale of dedication and precision. Construction completed within 330 days, under the watchful eye of Cestius's heir, Lucius Pontus Mela, and his freedman Pothus. It is astonishing to realize the tomb was erected almost overnight, a testament to Roman engineering and the desire to immortalize the dead quickly yet grandly. Inside, a single burial chamber awaits, a modest, barrel-vaulted space measuring nearly 6 meters long and 4 meters wide. Frescoes once adorned these walls, their vibrant colors fading through centuries, hinting at the Roman blend of spirituality and artistry. This chamber held the ashes of Cestius, cradled in a simple yet dignified enclosure. Despite its initial solitude, the pyramid's fate changed in the late 3rd century CE. When Emperor Aurelian built the city's new defensive walls, the pyramid was incorporated directly into the fortifications, forming a sharp triangular bastion. This repurposing may have saved the monument from decay, embedding it into Rome's urban fabric and history forever. The surroundings evoke images of a vast necropolis, where marble statues, columns, and other tombs once stood. 2 marble bases with fragments of bronze statues and inscriptions were found nearby, evidence of grandeur long faded. The site was not just a tomb but a statement, an integration of cultural identity and personal legacy. Walking around the pyramid, you imagine the world of ancient Rome, a city that had absorbed Egypt's allure and woven it into its imperial narrative. This pyramid is a rare surviving emblem of a brief but intense episode where Rome looked southward, not just to conquer, but to celebrate and appropriate Egypt's eternal symbols. The warm Roman breeze carries distant sounds of daily life, but here at the Pyramid of Cestius, time feels still, the monument standing as a silent guardian of a unique cultural fusion. It sparks a deeper reflection, how history folds across civilizations, how monuments can be vessels for both triumph and memory. As you turn from this pyramid, your thoughts drift to the distant horizons where other ancient pyramids whisper their own stories. The journey through civilizations continues, each stone a clue, each shadow a guide on the path of discovery. Beneath the vast skies of Shaanxi province, scattered across the fertile plains north of Xi'an, lie the mysterious pyramidal tombs of China's ancient emperors. These imposing earthen mounds rise abruptly from the landscape, cloaked now in forest and grass, yet standing as silent sentinels of a glorious past steeped in ceremony, power, and enigma. Known simply as the Pyramids of Xi'an, these structures differ vastly from their Egyptian counterparts yet carry the same weight of legacy. Most of these pyramids date back to the Western Han Dynasty, from 202 before the Common Era to 8 AD, with earlier Neolithic mounds predating them and later tombs from succeeding dynasties extending this tradition. The most famous among them is the mausoleum of the first Qin emperor, Shi Huangdi, the ruler who unified China and commissioned the legendary terracotta army. His tomb complex covers nearly 40 square kilometers and is guarded by thousands of life-size terracotta soldiers, a testament to his drive for eternal protection. The pyramid that marks his burial mound rises roughly 70 to 6 meters tall, its base stretching some 350 meters along each side. Ancient texts suggest the pyramid was intended to soar even higher, But what remains holds an enigmatic grandeur, rooted deep in Chinese cosmology and imperial ambition. In contrast to the smooth, angular sides of Egyptian pyramids, these Chinese pyramids often appear as stepped or flat-topped earthen mounds, rising like solid mountains that blend with the landscape. Walking the grounds around Xi'an, you sense the ceremonial role these tombs played, not only as resting places, but as cosmic symbols aligned carefully with cardinal directions and local geography. They reflected deep reverence for ancestor worship and a complex ritual landscape where emperors were linked symbolically to the heavens and the earth's natural forces. Ancient records describe treasures buried within these tombs: bronze chariots, jade ornaments, chimes that sing when the wind blows, but most remain unexplored due to cultural respect and preservation concerns. This leaves a tantalizing veil of mystery over what might lie beneath the soil. The complex of Western Han mausoleums north of Xi'an includes several dozen burial mounds belonging to emperors, empresses, and royal family members. The Maoling Mausoleum of Emperor Wu Han, one of China's greatest rulers, spans an area of 60 hectares and combines a towering mound with surrounding smaller tombs. Here, legends intertwine with history, and the pulse of a bygone imperial golden age still echoes faintly through the trees. Beyond these large imperial tombs, lesser-known pyramid mounds dot the Guanzhong Plain. They vary in size and form, but together compose one of the largest concentrations of pyramid structures anywhere in the world. From Neolithic altar mounds of the Hongshan culture to the later Western Xia and Tangut dynasties, tombs built centuries afterward. The spread of pyramid building reflects a uniquely Chinese evolution of sacred mortuary architecture. As you stand on the plain, the gentle breeze stirs the grass atop these ancient mounds, and the silhouette of the distant Qinling Mountains cuts the horizon. The landscape hums with quiet majesty and unanswered questions. How were these colossal earthworks built with such precision without the tools known to other pyramid builders? What untold treasures and wisdom lie buried here beneath the soil? The solemnity of the place presses upon your senses, reminding you that these ancient kings sought not just immortality, but cosmic harmony. The pyramids of Xi'an offer a powerful, haunting contrast to tales of pyramids familiar to many. They are monuments not merely of stone or brick, but of earth itself, living parts of a cultural landscape that bridged heaven and earth, past and present. Your journey across these plains is far from over, as every mound holds stories yearning to rise again from silence into the light of discovery. And beyond these ancient tombs lies the vast horizon of Chinese civilization, waiting for the next chapter to be told. The morning sun casts long, soft shadows over the landscape of Cholula in Puebla, Mexico. Here, hidden beneath what for centuries was believed to be merely a hill, lies the world's largest pyramid by volume, the Great Pyramid of Cholula. Known locally as Teotihuacan or Mountain Made by Hand, this colossal structure stretches out invisibly beneath layers of earth, its vast dimensions challenging everything we think we know about pyramids. Though its height reaches only about 25 meters, far shorter than Egypt's Great Pyramid of Giza, Cholula's base sprawls impressively approximately 300 by 315 meters in length and width. This expanse gives it a total volume of around 4.45 million cubic meters, nearly twice the volume of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Imagine a monument so immense that it covers a footprint almost twice as large as the famous Egyptian marvel, yet rests discreetly within a landscape dotted with towns and churches. The pyramid was built in 6 superimposed stages, beginning around 200 BCE and extending through to approximately 900 AD. Each stage added layers to the structure, reflecting changes in culture, rulers, and religious practices. Beneath the outer earth and vegetation lies a labyrinth of tunnels, stretching more than 8 kilometers in length. As you walk these corridors, the air feels cool and still, heavy with the weight of millennia and the secrets they guard. Cholula's pyramid was dedicated to the deity Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent god, who embodied creation, wisdom, and renewal. The temple once atop this giant mound was the stage for elaborate rituals and ceremonies that called upon the gods to bless the land and its people. However, by the time Spanish conquerors arrived in the 16th century, the pyramid was obscured by time and nature, so much so that they built a colonial church, the Church of Our Lady of Remedies, right on its summit, blending sacred traditions across cultures. And find. What astounds explorers and archaeologists alike is how the pyramid's layers reveal the presence of not just one, but many ethnic groups who controlled this region at different times, building and rebuilding the monument to suit their religious and political needs. Some layers bear ties to classic Mesoamerican civilizations, such as the Teotihuacan Empire, linking Cholula to the broader Mexican cultural landscape. Walking amid this archaeological zone, you can't help but marvel at its scale and the human will embedded in every adobe brick. The pyramid itself occupies about 94,500 square meters, enveloped by a much larger sacred precinct, measuring roughly 15.4 hectares. These boundaries suggest that Cholula was not just a religious center, but a bustling city that thrived for centuries as a hub of commerce, culture, and spiritual life. Though the pyramid is not strikingly tall, its sheer mass and volume make it one of the greatest monuments on Earth. Its gentle slopes blend naturally into the surrounding land, creating the illusion of a hill rather than an ancient construction of monumental ambition. This hidden nature of Cholula compels anyone who stumbles upon it to rethink the stories of pyramids and the civilizations that built them. As you ascend the narrow tunnels and peer into chambers that once housed priests, offerings, and possibly rulers, you sense the enduring majesty of civilization's quieter triumphs. Cholula was abandoned only a few centuries after its completion. Its purpose faded into legend, but the pyramid remains, a colossal geometry of stone and earth that silently defies time. The sun dips lower as your exploration concludes, and the shadow of Cholula stretches across the plain. Beneath your feet lies a mountain of human history, built with devotion and mystery. Your journey continues forward, knowing that this hidden giant is but one of many silent witnesses to civilizations that built beyond, the familiar etching their stories into the soil forever. In the green hills near the Yalu River, between present-day China and North Korea, a forgotten stone monument rises quietly from the landscape. This is the Tomb of the General, a majestic step pyramid built by the ancient Goguryeo kingdom more than 1,600 years ago. Unlike its cousins in Egypt or Mesoamerica, this pyramid reveals the ambitions and artistry of forgotten kings at the crossroads of Northeast Asia. The structure stands over 36 feet high, with a square base measuring more than 75 feet on each side. Nearly 2,000 granite blocks, each one perfectly hewn, rise in stepped layers toward the summit. The ancient builders erected 4 massive cornerstones at each edge, lending stability and grandeur to the monument. Local legend claims the tomb holds either the remains of King Gwanggaeto the Great or his son, King Jangsu, leaders who expanded their kingdom to its greatest peaks, shaping Korean history for centuries. Stepping closer, you notice the craftsmanship. No mortar binds these stones together. They are pressed into place purely by their own massive weight and the skill of those who laid them. Ancient carvings, though weathered by time and rain, whisper tales of royal dignity and sacred guardianship. At the base, large animal sculptures, tigers, lions, and perhaps even dragons, still keep silent vigil, protecting the tomb through the centuries. Inside, archaeologists have found a spacious chamber roofed with massive stone slabs. Though the treasures, if any, have long disappeared, faint traces of murals once adorned the walls, telling stories of warriors, horses, and celestial beings. It was here that the ruling elite of Goguryeo believed their spirits would journey onward to the heavens, watched over by ancestors and gods. The tomb draws inspiration from both Chinese burial mounds and older local traditions, fusing step pyramid architecture with East Asian spirituality. Some scholars believe it may also echo influences from as far as the Scythian or Siberian steppe, creating a unique monument at the cultural crossroads of ancient Asia. Legends claim the design was meant not only as a tomb, but as a cosmic ladder, helping the soul ascend after death. Walking around the tomb, you feel the hush of centuries linger in the air. The landscape is gentle, sloping fields and brush beneath a soft breeze, yet the pyramid's sharp edges and stately silhouette reveal the power once held here. The site is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a testament to the enduring pride and memory of the Korean people. As sunlight fades, the tomb of the general casts long shadows across the hills. This ancient pyramid, little known outside Asia, stands as a reminder that the story of pyramids is a global one, a pattern woven from many cultures and dreams of immortality. In its silence and strength, the tomb beckons travelers and dreamers alike to wonder what other secrets remain asleep beneath the stone, waiting for the next explorer, the next question, the next new beginning. And beyond the green hills, more wonders call. The gentle breeze carries the scent of the sea as you step onto the rugged volcanic slopes near Güimar on Tenerife and the Canary Islands. Before you rise 6 imposing, terraced, pyramid-shaped structures built from rough lava stones, their sharp steps ascending like echoes from a forgotten past. These are the pyramids of Güimar, enigmatic monuments whose origins and purpose have sparked debate, wonder, and mystery for decades. The pyramids stand up to 12 meters tall and have distinctly rectangular stepped forms. They were first brought to scholarly and public attention in the 1990s by the Norwegian explorer Thor Heyerdahl, whose fascination with ancient connections across oceans led him to propose that these pyramids might be more than mere piles of stones. Heyerdahl believed they could hold links to pre-Hispanic civilizations and might have served ceremonial or astronomical purposes, echoing pyramidal structures found in Egypt and Central America. Yet, recent archaeological studies provide a more cautious perspective. Excavations have dated the pyramids to the 19th century. built by local farmers clearing their rocky fields, stone terraces shaped out of practical necessity rather than ancient ritual. The discovery of pottery shards and other artifacts in a buried natural lava cave beneath one of the pyramids suggests human presence from the Guanche era, between 600 and 1000 AD, but the pyramids themselves were constructed much later. Nevertheless, standing here, their geometrical precision and alignment with the solstices, the sun rising and setting along particular edges during key moments of the year, give these structures an undeniable aura of purpose. Regardless of their exact age, the pyramids incorporate ancient principles of astronomy and align with the rising and setting sun during equinoxes, lending weight to ideas that they may have inspired or preserved older knowledge embedded in the island's culture. Surrounding the pyramids, the lush ethnographic park exhibits models, photographs, and artifacts that tell the story of both the indigenous Guanches and Heyerdahl's voyages. The park itself is a living museum bridging past and present, where legends meet science and the question of origins remains open-ended. As you walk the terraces, you feel pulled between two worlds: the practical labor of 19th century farmers and the possibilities of ancient ceremonial sites. The volcanic stones, dark and rough underfoot, seem to hold the energy of centuries, silent witnesses to human hands shaping the landscape. The debate continues whether the pyramids are the legacy of European settlers or remnants of a deeper, forgotten civilization connected by the sea with Egypt and the Americas. The truth may lie somewhere in between, woven into Tenerife's complex tapestry of cultural exchange, survival, and adaptation. The sun dips lower, casting long shadows, the pyramids glowing softly in the warm light. These mysterious structures encourage quiet reflection, not just on their origins, but on humanity's endless quest for meaning, for connection, and for monuments that bind us to the cosmos. From Güimar's volcanic soil rise questions as vast as the ocean itself, questions that invite explorers like you to listen, to wonder, and to journey onward, ever deeper into the timeless mysteries of the world. As the morning light paints the Argolid plain gold, you find yourself standing before the Pyramid of Hellinikon, a quiet and mysterious monument nestled near the ancient city of Argos in Greece. Unlike the soaring grandeur of Egyptian pyramids, Hellinikon rises modestly, its weathered limestone blocks forming a stepped structure about 3.5 meters tall and roughly 7 by 9 meters at its base. Yet this humble pyramid guards a secret that places it among the most enigmatic wonders of the ancient world. Built entirely of large gray limestone blocks quarried nearby, the structure's angular walls rise sharply at about 60 degrees before straightening to support a flat upper platform. The pyramid's form suggests a purpose beyond mere tomb or grave. Its location near the springs of the Erasionos River and along the ancient road from Argos to Tegea hints at strategic significance, perhaps as a military outpost, watchtower, or a sacred monument marking a pivotal landscape in early Greek civilization. Dating the pyramid has been the subject of intense debate among scholars. Early archaeological investigations placed its construction between 300 and 400 BC. However, more recent studies using thermoluminescence dating suggest its stones date back much farther, possibly around 2700 to 2500 BCE. This would place the Pyramid of Hellinikon nearly contemporaneous with Egypt's Great Pyramid of Giza, opening tantalizing questions about the origins and spread of pyramid-building knowledge across civilizations. Even more intriguing is the alignment of the pyramid's long entrance corridor, which recent analysis shows aligns with the rising of Orion's belt around 2400 to 2000 BCE. If accurate, this celestial orientation connects the Hellinikon pyramid to ancient astronomical practices and implies a shared symbolic language spanning from Egypt to Greece. Sadly, the pyramid stands largely isolated, overshadowed by Greece's storied classical architecture, yet its presence speaks volumes about a forgotten chapter in history. Theories suggest it may have commemorated fallen soldiers or marked a site of ancient battle. Its steadfast stones, a grave marker for warriors or a monument to triumph. Alternatively, it may have served religious or territorial functions, acting as a relic of early Greek spirituality and power. Exploring the pyramid up close, you can almost hear the echoes of distant footsteps along the ancient road. Sense the murmurs of long-gone travelers, and imagine the watchful eyes of centuries scanning the horizon from that elevated platform. The rough limestone surfaces, worn by time, hold the mystery of human hands shaping stone with purpose and care. Nearby pyramidal structures scattered across the region at Cambia, Ligurio, and Sicciona suggest this was not an isolated project, but part of a larger tradition that influenced early Greek communities. The Pyramid of Hellinikon resists easy explanations, standing at the intersection of legend, archaeology, and the unknown. Its origins, purpose, and builders remain partially hidden beneath layers of time, awaiting further exploration and discovery. As you linger before this ancient stone sentinel, it becomes clear that it is not just a relic, but a symbol of human curiosity, achievement, and the relentless quest to mark one's place in both the earth and the heavens. As the sun descends behind distant hills, casting long shadows over the Argolid plain, you turn away still pondering the silent question this humble pyramid poses. Were the Greeks building pyramids alongside the Egyptians? The answer may yet lie buried beneath the stones, whispering across the millennia to those willing to listen and explore beyond the familiar. The sun rises over the ancient shores of North Africa, casting a golden light upon the ruins of Carthage, an empire once unrivaled in the Mediterranean, and a crucible where history, culture, and conflict converged. Founded around 1814 BC by Phoenician settlers from Tyre, Carthage grew into a bustling city-state that commanded the seas, its fleets traversing vast waters and its influence weaving through commerce and culture across continents. Though not famed for pyramids like those in Egypt, Carthage's architectural legacy and monumental constructions reveal a civilization of immense power and mystery, worthy of deep exploration. Carthage's foundations rest on myths and legends, most famously the tale of Queen Dido, whose legendary flight from Tyre marked the beginning of a city destined for greatness. This city-state became the heart of the Punic civilization, whose Phoenician roots linked it to the eastern Mediterranean yet flourished in the fertile lands of the Maghreb. Carthage's location on the coast of present-day Tunisia gave it a natural harbor and a strategic position that made it a dominant trade hub, thriving on goods ranging from silver and tin to textiles and spices. Though the city was destroyed in 146 BC during the Third Punic War, its ruins whisper of former glory. The Romans ultimately rebuilt Carthage into one of their empire's jewels, with monuments and infrastructures rivaling those of Rome itself. Among the architectural marvels was the Bursa Hill, once home to the famous temple of Eshmun, the healing god, as well as sanctuaries devoted to Tanit, Carthage's queen goddess. These sacred spaces were centers of worship and power, showcasing the blend of Phoenician religious tradition with local innovation. But Carthage's true legacy stretches beyond the written record. Excavations have revealed immense harbors, massive defensive walls, intricate water systems such as the aqueducts, and expansive necropolises with elaborate tombs and monumental sculptures. Many of these were constructed using advanced Phoenician building techniques, echoing their seafaring heritage and reverence for craftsmanship. Among the most stirring testimonies to Carthaginian civilization are the remains of their military power, including the legacy of Hannibal Barca, the general who marched elephants across the Alps in his daring campaign against Rome. This spirit of resistance and ambition infuses the ruins, transforming stones and columns into chronicles of strategy, sacrifice, and determination. Visiting Carthage today, you walk where traders, priests, and generals once moved, where cultures clashed and blended in a mosaic of Mediterranean life. The archaeological site blends ancient ruins with modern life, a landscape of overlapping histories ringing with the echoes of past civilizations. The pyramidal tombs and monumental structures nearby, though fewer than in Egypt or Sudan, remind us that Carthage and the Phoenicians had their own unique architectural contributions. They built fortified citadels and sacred complexes that bore the imprint of their seafaring origins, with an architectural vocabulary mixing Mediterranean, African, and Eastern influences. As the sun sets over the ruins and modern Tunis stretches beyond, the whispers of Carthage's past grow louder. This city once stood as a symbol of might and cultural synthesis, a place where the ancient world's currents met and shaped futures. Carthage is a monument not just in stone, but in the enduring story of human ambition, survival, and legacy. Your journey into the pyramids and forgotten cities of the world continues. But here at Carthage, the past feels alive, a testament to the Phoenician spirit that ruled the waves, built empires, and left behind immensities waiting for explorers to uncover beneath the sands of time. Beneath the shimmering waves of the Mediterranean, just off the coast of Egypt near Alexandria, lie the haunting ruins of Heracleion, an ancient city swallowed by the sea yet preserved in extraordinary detail beneath the water's surface. Also known by its Egyptian name, Phonis, this once thriving metropolis was a gateway to the Nile, a bustling port of trade and culture, and home to monumental temples, including a grand sanctuary dedicated to the god Amun-Gerub. The pyramid of the sunken city at Heracleion carries the whispers of a vanished world waiting to be discovered. Founded likely around the 8th century BC, Heracleion flourished as Egypt's primary seaport before the rise of Alexandria. It was here that countless Greek ships arrived, carrying merchants, soldiers, and scholars into Egypt's heart. The city held immense religious importance, with grand festivals and rituals linked to the continuity of the pharaoh's dynasty. Early historians, including Herodotus, spoke of Heracleion's immense wealth, magnificent temples, and strategic significance. But in a devastating combination of natural catastrophes, including earthquakes, tsunamis, and rising sea levels, Heracleion's foundations weakened. Around 101 BC, a series of floods led to soil liquefaction, causing the land beneath the city to turn to liquid and swallow buildings whole. Over centuries, the city slowly sank beneath the waves, lost to memory and myth for more than a millennium. It was not until the late 20th century, after decades of searching guided by historical texts, that the French underwater archaeologist Franck Goddio and his team located Heracleion's sunken city. Using cutting-edge sonar technology and painstaking dives, they uncovered an astonishing underwater landscape, more than 6 square kilometers of ruins, including colossal statues over 15 feet tall, temples, streets, ships, anchors, jewelry, coins, and even intact sarcophagi. The pyramid is among these ruins, its massive remains coated in coral and sand, standing as a silent testimony to the city's grandeur and sudden demise. The Pyramid of the Sunken City is part of the Temple of Amun-Gareb complex, the Sacred Heart of Heracleion. Once towering over ancient streets, it called worshippers to rituals that intertwined politics, religion, and the cycles of the Nile and cosmos. Adjacent to it, a Greek military vessel discovered trapped beneath collapsed temple stones speaks of the city's vibrant commerce and mingling of cultures. Exploring the underwater city, you sense the layers of history preserved in the sea's embrace. The clarity of the water is often limited, but the silence speaks loudly. Of glory and loss, of human ambition caught in nature's unpredictable forces. The artifacts recovered provide rare insights into Egyptian and Greco-Roman life, stretching from monumental public spaces to intimate personal treasures. Heracleion's pyramid and city remain largely unexplored, a vast submerged museum that promises to rewrite understanding of ancient Mediterranean trade, religion, and urban life. As ongoing dives reveal more each year, scholars piece together a narrative of a city that was Egypt's vibrant maritime gateway and spiritual hub. At sunset, the pyramid's silhouette beneath the rippling surface gleams with a ghostly light, a beacon from a sunken epoch. You leave the waters with a profound sense that history is not merely something buried beneath time, but something waiting in watery silence to be told again. The Pyramid of the Sunken City at Heracleion offers a bridge to the past, a chapter of ancient life frozen beneath the sea. And beyond these submerged stones, the sands of Egypt still guard countless mysteries, waiting for explorers willing to dive beneath the waves, where the past and present meet in quiet grandeur. Deep within the lush rainforest of northern Guatemala, cloaked in the dense green canopy of the Petén Basin, rise the towering pyramids of Tikal, monuments that once formed the heart of a sprawling Mayan metropolis. Here, amid the vibrant chorus of birds and the whisper of leaves, the stone giants stand like silent sentinels to a civilization that thrived from roughly 300 BC to 900 AD. As the explorer, you are drawn into these ancient ruins where each step echoes with history, power, and mystery. Tikal was one of the largest and most influential cities of the Maya Classic period, home to an estimated 60,000 inhabitants at its peak. Its architecture is a testament to sophisticated engineering and spiritual devotion. The towering pyramids, built from limestone blocks quarried nearby, soared above the jungle, some rising over 65 meters in height, their steep staircases climbing to temples at the summit, temples that once hosted elaborate rituals and offerings to the gods. The most iconic of these is Temple 4, reaching nearly 65 meters tall. It remains one of the tallest pre-Columbian structures in the Americas. From its summit, the emerald jungle stretches endlessly, broken only by the silhouettes of other temples rising like islands in a green sea. These temples were not mere monuments but vibrant centers of political, religious, and social life. Among the many pyramids, Temple I, also known as the Temple of the Great Jaguar, holds particular significance. Built around 732 AD, this stepped pyramid rises roughly 45 meters and shelters the tomb of Jasov Chan Kawil I, one of Tikal's most celebrated rulers. Sculpted masks and stucco adorn its facade, reflecting the Mayas' belief in divine kingship and their complex mythology woven into stone. The architecture of Tikal reflects layers of the city's growth over centuries, with buildings constructed, rebuilt, and expanded upon, symbolizing the Mayas' connection to time and renewal. The pyramids align with celestial bodies and calendar cycles, underscoring astronomy's role in Mayan culture. Staircases and plazas facilitated public rituals, royal ceremonies, and community gatherings, blending the earthly and the sacred. Walking among the ruins, the scent of earth and foliage mixes with the warmth of the setting sun. The ruins evoke a city alive with the sound of drums, chanting, and the rustle of royal garments. Each stone speaks of human aspiration and the delicate balance between nature and civilization. Beyond the grandeur lies mystery, the fate of Tikal, wrapped in the dense jungle, abandoned for reasons still debated by scholars, possibly due to environmental pressures or shifting political landscapes. Despite centuries of encroaching wilderness, Tikal's legacy endures as a profound symbol of human achievement in harmony with nature. As you stand atop the temples and gaze over this city of stone and spirit, the air thick with the pulse of the past, you realize the journey into the worlds of ancient pyramids is far from over. The towering giants of Tikal guide you onward into deeper mysteries of civilizations that reached for the skies and crafted stories that still whisper beneath the jungle canopy. Your expedition through these monumental legacies has only just begun, and the pyramids beckon you forward, inviting discovery, reflection, and awe with every step into their ancient shadows. The journey we have taken across continents, oceans, and millennia brings us face to face with the astonishing legacy of pyramids, monuments that are far more than just stone and shape. From the hidden terraces of Caral in Peru to the sunken splendor of Heracleion in Egypt, these pyramids tell a story of human ambition reaching for the heavens, of civilizations seeking to honor their dead, connect with the divine, and mark their place in the cosmos. These towering giants reveal a universal drive present in societies separated by oceans and epochs to create lasting symbols of faith, power, and innovation. Whether it is the steep, slender silhouettes of the Nubian pyramids crowning the deserts of Sudan, or the sprawling earth-clad Great Pyramid of Cholula blending with the Mexican landscape, each structure offers a glimpse into a culture's soul, a culture that valued harmony between earth and sky, life and afterlife. The pyramids compel us to see ancient civilizations not as isolated dots in history, but as part of a grand tapestry woven with shared ideas, trade, conquest, and myth. Some pyramids celebrate astronomical knowledge, others embody political authority or spiritual connection. All required a mastery of technology, logistics, and artistry, testaments to the human spirit's creativity and perseverance. This global mosaic also humbles us with its mysteries, questions unanswered, secrets buried beneath tons of stone or submerged beneath waves. The Pyramid of Hellinikon challenges us with its unknown origins, while the Pyramid of the Sunken City at Heracleion reminds us how nature harbors and reveals history in unexpected ways. Standing alongside these monuments, we are witnesses to the triumphs and trials of humanity's ancestors, their hopes, fears, and stories stretching across time. They remind us that history does not whisper, it waits. It waits for explorers, dreamers, and seekers like you to listen deeply, to walk ancient paths, and to uncover truths that connect us all. Our expedition into these incredible pyramids invites us to reflect on the enduring pulse of human curiosity and resilience. It beckons us forward with the promise that for every discovery, there is another mystery. And so, the journey continues, beneath the sun, beneath the stars, beneath the earth, into the ever-unfolding story of our shared past, guiding the future we build together.